um, what I wanted to do was discuss like some of the things that out of the 20 years that I've been going to bars and clubs and maybe hooking up and whatever, being married, I mean a lot of the information that I've experienced, like a lot of young people don't have and they don't have access to. So I figure at least do my due diligence to at least give you some kind of tools to allow you to at least have the knowledge and then maybe one day the confidence to make that approach in what it looks like or what it can look like, at least coming from my perspective, right? So um, I'll start with the social environment of like the club culture. So um, I've been doing a lot of thinking about what the club is. Like when we say the word club, what are we talking about? Like usually when we look up the word club, it's a social gathering. It's a gathering of a type, right? For a specific purpose. Now, the club or the bar is that type of social event. It's a singles event or what have you in order for people to kind of congregate and kind of mingle and meet people. It's for single people to meet other single people in hopes of pursuing either a friendship or a relationship or some kind of interaction. So, what we've done in order to make that at least halfway decent is add music to the mix, and music allows you to dance. And when you dance, you express yourself like non-verbally. So what happens is that if you play, and here's what I'm gonna say, and I hope it's not too critical of like the music industry or the art of and music choreography or the art of DJing. But the DJ is probably the most important aspect of any club environment because without the right mixes of songs, women won't feel like dancing with other men, or women won't feel the need to dance at all. They'll, stand there, have their drink, and talk to other women or talk to each other or look across the room. But if the DJ does not play the tracks that allow women to express themselves non-verbally to men, then we can't really make our move on the dance floor to dance with them or get that kind of vibe, right? Because I cannot meet a woman, not know her name, but if we're dancing together, there is a either an exception to that dance or a rejection. Like, you want to dance with me, right? Do you want to dance with me is like a question that every man should like kind of have in the back of his mind when he's at a social event that has music, right? So, I remember in the 8th grade and in 7th grade, like, having this anxiety because we had dances, right? We had dances in junior high, we had homecoming, we had prom. Prom, you had a date, so you didn't have to ask anybody to dance, you can just dance with your prom date. Homecoming, same thing, whatever, but during a dance, it was always understood that the boy had to get up and ask a girl who's sitting down there by herself or maybe with a friend to get up and dance, and then they would dance, and da 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 da. So when we grow older, when we take college courses, when we have jobs, we forget the simplest things that allow us to like interact in a normal social atmosphere in which creates new friendships and trusts and bonds and things like that. Like so what I'll say is um as a dancer, the music that I dance to determines um, how I can attract someone's attention on the dance floor. Women can use their bodies, but I have to use something else. I have to use the actual song because when I dance the actual song, then whatever I'm doing may look good and catch your attention, but me just expressing myself, with movements, it ain't gonna cut it. And there needs to be a little something. There needs to be a little something spicy about the way I do things in order for me to grab someone's attention from across the room. Now I grab a lot of attention with the way I dance, but there's only one specific woman that I'm aiming at, Sometimes he's looking, sometimes he's not. But, you know, depending on the music, it has to be it's the DJ and it's the playlist that, like, I strongly feel is a missing social component of why, men don't, approach women or dance with women as often as they should. It's because the music, kind of, can bring a sort of a tribal, instinct that allows one to move even if they're standing still. That has okay, on some level, that has to make some kind of sense to you. If you're standing still, I'm there too at the club, and I'm standing still with my drink, and when there's that jam, there's that one hit and everybody's feeling it. And then, the women are feeling it, and then the men are feeling the women. So then the men are feeling it, and then we're able to kind of maybe make our move because homegirl's looking at us right now, or looking at me right now, with them eyes, and you know what I mean? Like you can make that kind of easier approach, when it's something that a song that you're both feeling. So the DJ has to have like an excellent playlist of songs from an era in which was conducive to men hooking up with women. And there's an exclusive playlist. I swear. Some of it for me it's like hit or miss, but I know like at least I want to say like 70%. Maybe that's too high, but 70% of my playlist is something that will allow a woman to get out there and dance with her friends while having a man be able to like maybe make that approach on the dance floor. And I think that's one of the missing components of how, social dance clubs and stuff like that are missing today. They're missing the component of good music that allows both parties to come out and dance with each other. So, having said that, that's one of the green flags that I wanted to discuss, right? DJs, music, social club environments, dance environments, you have to have the right music. If no one is dancing to the stuff that you're playing, if you most of what you are playing as a DJ is a song that everyone may be able to sing to, but no one's dancing to, that's not something to be proud of or applaud. You know what I mean? Like I mean, maybe I'm criticizing a bit, maybe I don't know the art enough, but I do understand people. I do understand that if I'm gonna put my phone that has a playlist of all the jams that I got, I know which ones these women are gonna make them bring them out on the floor, and how many songs I want to put back to back to back, and then maybe cut in a break with this song or that song or this song or that song. That's kind of like a chill mode thing. But I'm not a DJ. Maybe I should be, to some extent. I don't know if a dancer and a DJ could ever be one and the same. Um, all I can tell you is I have a playlist. I don't know how you mix it. I don't know how you make it work. All I know is I at least have one of the key components that allow this green flag to be waved in a social environment that we call the dance club.